Welcome to my YouTube channel Marketing 5.0. Thanks much on continuously watching my videos, subscribing to my channel and sharing with your network. So in our new series on doing business the right way, we have seen many videos in order where you can see you can start business with domain skills, then decide on offerings, then selection of market, the criteria for selecting the market, and understanding the market structure. So in this line, today we talk about the competition. So after you identify the market and understand the market structure and you are getting into the market, so the very important for any company to understand the competitors, understand the competition. But always people think that the competition is good or bad. This is always the ongoing debate in the minds of everybody. But nobody likes competition. But it is very important to have a competition. If the company is very confident and they want to grow, they need to have a competition. So you cannot get into the market where there is no competition. That means there is no market there. So you need to understand the more the competitors, the particular market is so ripe. So it's like actually the birds are going for a ripe fruit. So the no birds will go for a spoiled fruit or like a raw fruit. So definitely, if you say when there is a market where you have more competition, you always understand that market has the more potential, the more growth potential. So that is also another very important way of understanding and identifying whether the market is good or not. When you have a more competition in the market, definitely that market is very ripe and very potential. But it is very important for company to get into the market and you have to thrive it. So if you always looking for a market without competition, so definitely the company can never grow. So you have to identify the market with the competition. So that is where the more growth potential, and it is an option for a company to grow in the particular market. But the growth, if you look at the growth in any market, actually the growth is normally we consider it into two ways. One is the horizontal growth and vertical growth. So the horizontal growth means always the company is trying to capture new market share and increase more consumer base. So that is the horizontal. The vertical is like when the company is releasing new products or a new product variant, which will make consumer to buy from the same company and spend more money. So it is very important actually initially the company may focus on getting into the market and they can go for the horizontal growth, increasing the consumer base. But very important that actually you have to use your existing customer to spend more money with you. In that way, you need to actually make your consumer spend for your company. So you need to release more product variants or offer more services. In that way, the same consumer will get more benefits from you, so as that you will also get more revenues and profits. So that is where initially any company get into any market, first focus on the horizontal growth. Later, actually, you have to increase your vertical growth. That is actually giving you the sustainable growth for your company. So which is very important. So in that way, the competition is very, very important in any market. So that actually ensures the growth. But you also need to aware of the kind of competition you are looking at, because if you are a new entrant in any market, definitely if it is a highly concentrated market, you will have a clear leader and challenger who normally controls the entire market, say 80 to 90% of market, and you have other rest of the players. Suppose you go in for a fragmented market where you have many players, but nobody has a clear actually the lead in the particular market. So in both the ways, the company need to decide which competitor they have to go after and which the competitor they have to focus on. So you have to mimic that particular competitors and you have to learn from them what are their weaknesses. Then you start looking at that particular competitors to take their market shares away. So this is for when you are looking at the highly concentrated market where there are two clear leaders and challenges in the market who controls the entire market. But if you go in for a highly fragmented market where there is no clear winner, that is also it is an opportunity for a company. First, you need to work out actually why that particular market is highly fragmented. So you need to understand and you need to consolidate. So you need to identify the competitors who has a considerable market share in that particular market. Say example, if you go in for a market, you have 5 players or 6 players, and some players actually one or two the companies will have like 10 to 12% of a market share. So in that case, you need to focus on actually those companies, how actually they can have that particular market share. You have to learn from them, make them, Then you start work on actually taking the market share. And you also just leave them initially, don't disturb them because they are the leader actually, though not leader in the sense of a highly concentrated market, but they are the leader in that particular in terms of market share they hold. But you look for other weaker competitors in the particular market and slowly gain their market share. In that way, if you take example of like if you can take over like 3 4 competitors and just gain like 30 40% of market share, definitely you emerge as the clear leader in that particular market where it is highly concentrated. So in that way you can build your market. So in that way actually the knowing the competitors is very important, the weakness, the products, the strategies which they are looking at, and you also need to understand and identify which immediate competitors you have to focus on. So that is a very important for any new business. So definitely big no for going after the leader or challenger if it is a highly concentrated market. Even it is a fragmented market, if anybody is who is having a higher market share, so do not go after them initially because they are having a considerable market share, and they also have more knowledge than you in that particular market. So definitely they will give you a trouble. So big no for going after any leaders in any of these markets, either it is a highly concentrated or highly fragmented. Focus on the weaker competitors and work on them and slowly build your market share. Then slowly you actually focus on the other leaders or challenges. But my suggestion is you just leave leader and the challenges alone, and you organically you can increase your market share. That way you can slowly becoming big in that particular market instead of getting on head-on battle with those people, which is very conspicuous. So that will increase more competition and more strategies. So it's more of a firefighting. So in particular scenario, you need to avoid. So in this sort, know your competitors is very important, and how you can have a strategy based on the market structure you are working, whether it is a highly concentrated market or a highly fragmented market. So know your competitors, respect your competitors is very, very important. And you need to accept the competition. The competition, as I told you in the beginning, if any market has more competitors, that is a growth market. It's like the birds going after the ripe fruit. So don't always look for a market without competition. So that market is a dead market. So there is no opportunity to grow in that particular market. So do not see competition as a threat. See it as an opportunity. So that is where any company can grow in that. So with this, we see how this know your competition, understand your competition, respect them, and how you can work through the competition to grow your company. So these are all the ways actually when somebody is starting the business, the new business, this is how you have to do the business right way. Look at the competition in the positive mode of mind. So don't look at it negative, and look at it as a kind of opportunity for you to grow. It's not an impediment for you to stop your business. So once again, thank you very much for continuously watching my videos and subscribing to my channel. And please keep giving your reviews and comments. Because of your comments and reviews, I reached this feed. Now we are in the ninth series of doing business the right way. We already released 8 series. So I want to go for more. So I need your continuous support and reviews and motivation. So once again, thank you very much.